Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jeremy, Mindset Mastery, Peak Performance Relationship Guy, and today I have a special guest who is visiting. And for those of you that I'm tagging in, this is a guy you want to get to know because he has some pretty incredible stuff going on we're going to talk about in just a second, but he would make a fantastic podcast guest as well as a speaker for a live event, as well as interacting with your group of whomever, whatever you got in terms of peak performance, leadership, teaching, mindset, motivation, and how old are you? You're only 25, right? Yeah, 25. So right here, boom, look at that. 4-time world champion, world title holder, Vincent freaking Meng. Crowd goes wild. Ah!
Hello, hello.
So Vincent is my little kung fu brother. I've known him literally before he was born.
Yep.
And it's been a real amazing feat to watch him grow up and to see how he's taken life by the cojones, by the horns, and gone after it. So tell us a little bit about, one, why are you in town? Because he's visiting for the rest of this week. And what do you got going on?
Yeah, so first off, the weather is amazing here in Florida, relatively to Ohio weather, probably in the 20s.
Yeah.
Actually, they said it was in the 50s today, so, but
still
anyhow,
nicer here.
Yeah, still amazing. And last weekend, I was here for a business conference with my father.
Grandmaster Benny Meng.
Yes, and we thought it would be a good opportunity for me. Hey, I'm here in Florida. There's a lot of martial arts, especially combat sports, is very popular here, and figured use the rest of the week to come and train. Just got some big tournaments coming up, team trials in May, and then my last world title that I'm trying to shoot for to be crowned what I call Kung Fu King, kind of just a little thing because been really branching out in different combat sports, but different divisions, if you will, and specifically Kung Fu, the Chinese martial arts. So I'm here to get back into tuna things, start training, and get ready for what's to come.
Yeah, and Paul, Vincent would be a great guest for you and for your community. Talk about rewriting your story, because he's actually grown up in a martial arts family. His dad is a world-recognized Kung Fu grandmaster, so living in that shadow, and Vincent is forging his own path. He's forging his own kind of destiny. So let's talk about that Kung Fu King for a second. Currently, you have how many world titles?
I have 4 world titles.
And how many different organizations?
This is 3.
So in 3 different places, he is a world champion in 3 different fighting experiences or 3 different martial art experiences. That is a very, 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 very super rare thing. And it's funny as Vincent doesn't lead with that, right? We were talking last night, and he went to train at a local place, and they had him go through 3 hours of basic classes before they were like, oh, well, I guess you could come and fight. Well, you could come train with our fighters. So at 9:30, he got to start his real training. So he didn't roll in until almost midnight last night, and luckily I had ribs waiting for him, so he had food.
Delicious.
And then Juanita, how you doing, fam? So Juanita is actually in South Africa.
Oh, wow.
And she's a martial artist as well. So Vincent would be a great guest for you. And really so would his dad and both of his brothers, because they're all champions in various ways, shapes, and means, but he's the leader. So go with him first. I need you on my Meticulous Moments podcast. Heck yeah. That's why I tagged a bunch of people, but then I turned into a face and I lost some people. So I'm going to tag a bunch in and stuff after the fact, because I want to introduce Vincent to some people that I know. He would be a fantastic guest. So, what has been the biggest challenge? How long have you been training martial arts? Let's start with that one.
Yeah, so 2000, I was 3 years old. I started martial arts officially, and I'm 25 now, almost 26. So a little over 2 decades.
Yeah. So literally his whole entire life. And the joke is with Grandmaster Meng, he's like, well, I just showed him Power Rangers and said you could be like that. And that was a done deal.
Yep.
Vincent has been chasing after martial arts his whole life. He actually was a MMA champion at 12 in pancration.
Pancration, yes.
Yeah, which is the Greek full contact fighting. So, Alec, thank you for joining in. You would love to have Vincent be a guest. I know you are super busy right now with the Super Bowl and podcasting, so I just wanted to ping him on some people's radars. Because this is what family does, right? We look out for each other. Jose Escobar used to be involved pretty heavily with one of the top martial art billing programs.
Oh.
So he's connected into a ton of places in the martial arts world. So Jose, you guys definitely need to get in connection.
Woo, MMA.
Yeah, and yeah, Juanita's a black belt and then some.
Awesome.
Yeah. So martial arts since you were 3, what has been the biggest challenge?
Oh man, it's a big question. Biggest challenge, I think, with growing into a martial art, being born into a martial art family, I think the biggest thing is, I remember as young as 5 years old, I would be asked the question, you imagine adults asking a 5-year-old, hey, are you going to take over your dad's empire someday? And,
No pressure.
I'd be like, playing with my toys, I'd be like, sure, and go back playing with my toys. And, over time, while I'm very thankful, grateful every single day of my life that I have the opportunity and the guidance and the support that I have, it's awesome to see that I'm finding my why and my purpose on this planet. So I think just kind of following the path that I eventually know that is mine to take, and make it the best possible. And that's kind of more deeper level.
Mm-hmm.
But I think growing as an athlete helped me stay alive. I feel bad for my parents in many ways. Growing up, I was a trouble kid in a physical level since I had asthma. I'm allergic to everything you see and touch. A lot of food allergies. Visited a hospital over dozens of times because of asthma and allergies. So that was definitely one of the toughest physical challenges growing up. But just becoming an athlete, getting the best shape of my life, that's helped me overcome all of the physical setbacks, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you wouldn't know the health challenges that Vincent has had when you see him, when you see his fight footage. He just goes out and makes things happen, and very driven and very determined. But yeah, I forget about, you did get hospitalized a bunch as a kid. That's right, you did nearly die once or twice. I mean, that's the past. Don't hold on to that.
Yep.
To go to that question about are you going to take over your dad's empire, it really is. It's difficult to be raised in an environment where the mantle is sort of thrust on you versus, well, what does it mean to be a king for yourself as your own human being? Not, well, you have to follow in his legacy and be connected to. It's like, well, there's more to the conversation. And authentically claiming the space for yourself. This is one of the bigger conversations we have as men when we talk about legacy, we talk about moving forward in life and really what's our purpose and what's our place. We have to come to terms with that kind of on our own. And even if there's great opportunity in front of you, even if there's great alignment in front of you, it still has to be something authentic, or you'll never have the true juice or the true drive.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I think just like it's kind of asking like, oh, people say you're gonna next Bruce Lee, next Grandmaster Benny Ming. It's like, no, I'm gonna be the first Vincent Meng. So
That's right.
following their footsteps, following their success. But of course, number one Vincent Meng in the world.
There you go. First, last, and only. That's why we make a distinction between system and style. System, all human beings, we follow a certain system, a certain logic, but every single one of us, we have our own style. We have our own flavor. So, I was really excited because they came into Clearwater, which is about 4 hours away, and then Vincent was like, hey, I'm going to be in the area, 4 hours in the area. I was like, yeah, just come hang out at the house. It's fine. We got an extra room, and, don't worry about hotel and all that stuff. He's got a car, so he's got freedom and autonomy, and we're a safe space to land. That's the idea we call Kung Fu Family. It is that you have people in your life, you have community, they look out for you. So we've got people, Paris, France, we've got Southeast Asia, South America, North America, Europe, like we need more connections in Africa. Because we got Juanita, maybe she'll want to do something down there in that neck of the woods. We do have Egypt, we do have, Morocco.
Morocco, yeah.
Yeah, so we've got some cool connections, and you never really know what's possible until you connect people. So that's why I wanted to grab a few minutes, and I just wanted to introduce Vincent out to some of the people on my network, because I have a large community that's not martial art related. It's out there in business, and it's in mindset, and it's in influence. And so, yeah, I really appreciate you having the time to kind of hang out and then share.
Yeah, thank you, and obviously thank you for letting me be here.
Yeah, it's
save some money.
Yeah, it's gorge. So, yeah, South Africa. Yes. Okay, so I just wanted to introduce Vincent out. I wanted to say hey, and where should people go if they want to hook up with you? Like, where are you at? Where's the best place on social media?
Social media, Facebook, Instagram, those are the ones I use the most. Those, very easy, yeah. I pretty reply quick, pretty on both of those platforms. So
Yeah, so if you guys need a speaker for a younger audience, he and his brothers, because both of his brothers are also recognized, not quite to the level that Vincent is because they're still younger. One of them's finishing high school. But talk about family legacy, talk about creating a dynasty, because the Ming's competition team in Sanda, which is Chinese full contact fighting, is developing a name that's resting a lot on Vincent's shoulders as the team captain and driving a lot of that. So,
hey, Brian.
Yep, so we've got some really cool opportunities, connections, and success leaves clues. So mindset, leadership, peak performance, I got some people, and I am one of those people.
Absolutely.
All right, well, thank you, sir. Appreciate your
Yes,
time.
thank you.
And we will say bye, and you guys make it a fantastic day. See ya.